Gentlemen, and welcome to the Paladins Patch Notes Preview Show. My name is Rainday, and joining me today is hi-rez Alyssa and hi-rez Pretty Hair.
Saw, dude.
I got saw, dude. Well, it's a pretty cool day today because we've got a lot of stuff coming out in OB37 that we're excited to show you, and we want to get right to the meat of it, guys. So why don't we first off get going with some of the new purchasable content. There's something I think called a very big chest. What is it called? Mammoth chest? What?
Colossal Chest.
Oh, okay.
Synonyms.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so the Colossal Chest right here, it's 75 crystals, and it's really exciting because it's all rare and up items. So you can get epics in this chest, you can get
Damn.
rares,
Whoa.
your Troublemaker EV, even exclusive items like the Raider Pip, the Viking Kinessa.
Wait a second. So you're saying I can get the Viking Pip that I haven't been able to get because I wasn't playing during DreamHack Weekend this summer?
Yes, exclusive items are available in this chest. The minimum is 125 crystals for all items in this chest.
Wow.
So basically what you're saying is Cutthroat Kinessa I can get in this chest.
Yes, yeah.
You mean I can get Buck Triggerman, the one that just came out, the Kingpin, the Triggerman
just
suits.
came out, Triggerman, Kingpin.
What
yeah.
about Viking Kinessa? I don't have Viking
Yeah,
Kinessa.
yep. Mm-hmm.
Real talk, I actually don't have
I'm like, that's lame, bro. Like, I have so many codes I could have given you. But so you're saying 125. So each chest, what's the actual cost on these chests to purchase?
There's 75 crystals,
Okay.
and then the items you're gonna get are gonna be at least 125 and up.
So you're already getting a
Wow.
value. No matter what you
Yeah.
buy, you're getting a value on that. And you're pretty much, some of them are epics, you said, right?
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
that's
epics,
200
exclusive,
crystals.
right?
So you're pretty much getting something worth much more than you're putting out. So it's a really good deal. Pretty exciting. And I think there's another little just incentive that we've decided to put in here as well. It's a new skin for that favorite turtle, Plushy and Cuddly Makoa. It's going to be...
Wow.
Look at
Look
We're
at
going to
that.
start with the Plushy showcase. It's reminding me back to my good old days as a kid.
Dude, the cannonballs, the little yarn balls.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Oh
so
my god.
Oh, yes.
this is going to be
So
in that
cute.
chest too.
Yes,
Oh, my
both of these are
friend.
gonna be in the Colossal Chest. Super
That's awesome.
cute.
Yo, the googly eyes.
If you actually look at his weapon, it's got a little tag on it, and it says "Made with 100% love."
Aw,
So cute.
What a guy.
Yeah.
how adorable.
Yeah, and actually, if we can see the emote, the cannonballs are big yarn balls. So
Oh.
yeah, there we go.
The G.
Ah.
I don't know, it's just me, but I just love the cloud effects, like the
Yes,
smoke
the
effects. Like
stuffing.
that stuff for me is the best.
Yep.
The stuffing,
Wow.
you're right.
Yeah. So, and these are both going to be available in the Colossal Chest.
That's great. So no matter what you're getting in that colossal chest, this is just like icing on the cake, right? This is the
Oh, yeah.
sprinkles to just make it that much more enticing, and you're already just guaranteed to get some cool stuff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And you're getting like the
and if you're,
Go
this
ahead.
is like by elimination, so if you're one of those people that already has most of the cool stuff in the game, you're going to get this pretty much right off the bat.
That's
Right.
great. That's great to know. It could basically, if you have all the other stuff, you would just roll enough chests, get these pieces, and
Yeah,
you'd
you're,
have it.
you're snagging this
That's
ASAP.
right. That's great to know. So if you want to go ahead and take part of this new incentive, this new chest coming out, it's a great deal. It's got a lot of really cool, unique skins. It'll be, I'm sure, really fun. I'll be playing that one this week for sure on stream. Make sure to go ahead and check out that Colossal Chest that's coming out to you in OB37. Now, we've got some other things. Some pretty cool thing. You're smiling already.
I'm excited about
I
it.
don't know. You're smiling. I'm smiling too. This is a pretty cool adjustment.
Yeah.
We're actually going to go to some new reworks for our maps. A lot of you have been asking about that, and we've heard, and we're actually starting with the very first map that we're going to rework and add some touches to. That is Timbermill. And that's the, here it is, some of the screenshots coming up, guys. Nick, walk us through kind of what the touches that are being added onto this map.
Yeah, so as you can see, a lot of this lighting looks like it changed. It looks beautiful. It's more like a dusky type of twilight setting, and they've added, you can see in that bottom left there's a little room. They're adding little flavor things to this map. So what makes this map Timbermill is like what you're going to be thinking of when you go through this rework and see
Got
what
it.
they've added. They've added logs, actual mills. There's actually some new kind of things that affect gameplay. There's a big, there on the bridge, you can see the big saw blade that actually provides some cover when you're moving up on this. Before, this was very open. It was very risky to go up there. So there's some new elements added to the map. There's some new hazard ground off to the side that we'll also be showing you once we get in game here. But this is just kind of to give the map it's more flavor, more theme to
Sure.
go along with the actual name of it.
Yeah, I guess Timbermill, and there was no mill on there before now.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, well, where does How do I remember that? And I think that's one of the biggest goals of the new reworks, where this is the first map that the map team and everyone working in that area is going to be touching. But as we move forward, there will be the other maps that we're kind of going and adding those splices of life, right? Those extra
portal sneak peek?
flavor touches.
A portal sneak peek?
Whoa, what is that blue thing at the bottom?
Holla at your portal.
That's some in-game crystals right there. You run through that, you just get filled up with crystals.
Yeah, so another thing that a lot of this is going to provide is more call-out potential information. These are more landmarky
distinctive
type of
features.
Yeah, it's going to make it very clear where you are. And see, we're getting in game on it. We're going to ride along with Evie. She's got the most mobility.
See that Winter Witch in action here.
Yeah, let's see. Let's get over to that new hazard ground there over on the left.
But look at the lighting, just you know, to start off too, Nick. It's beautiful. Just you could tell already the rays of light coming out from the canopy of the forest there already add a completely unique touch of
some big trees, man.
Of beauty. I mean, it's such a fantastic job that the art team did here.
California redwood.
Cassie,
so yeah, as you
Makoa.
can see, there are a bunch of new hazard ground where so you could fall off and die over on this side of the map. Got to watch out for Makoa is going to be hanging out over here. Cassie, Bomb King's going to be poppy bombing you off this way. So this is a new. This used to be all closed off. So that's definitely, you got to kind of think twice before you head along the side there. And like we mentioned, the new portals.
Nick, what's this? What is this going to be doing?
These are making a comeback, these portals. So there is the stairs to get up, but the portal is also here for a quick way to just get up onto the high ground here. This will help characters that have slightly lower mobility to be able to utilize some of this high ground without having to. Before it was like almost not worth, because by the time you got all the way around, went all the way up the staircase, it wasn't even worth it to be up on top anymore. A lot of what you were trying to get up there and see had already taken place.
Nice, you were heading over to the section where the big saw blade is, and it's just, that's a beautiful, I just love the design idea of this, right? Just turning that into one of those big saw blades. Let's take it, let's make it lifelike, let's make it larger than life, and we'll just put it there. It's a beautiful touch. See, another portal to allow you to get up to this top upper part. And Nick, the other part for competitive, you did mention the call outs. Some newer viewers may not be familiar with exactly what that means. Can you just walk us through what that actually is?
Yeah, so we're going to be using that like the saw blade. I'm sure that'll kind of become into its own. It's like a landmark thing that you say, okay, Kinessa's peak, and I'm expecting that to be a very good Kinessa spot because it's back in the safety of the base, but you can also find cover on that ramp that was once cleared out and very open and dangerous to stand on for her. So you'll be able to call out. We're going to be kind of making some content here, trying to standardize the names of all these little nooks and crannies here, so you're more familiar of where people are on the map, where they're being called out at.
Absolutely beautiful. So a lot of saws, a lot of timber. It's finally the timber mill that I think the name suggests. I'm excited to see what map we are able to get into next. And as you may or may not know, the maps are identical, so you should see the same exact thing on this side as that we saw earlier on. So beautiful new maps coming in OB37. This should be released and allow you to play. It seems like is that a Bomb King? He's just hiding from you. He
This is where Bomb King likes to hang out.
He's a shy Bomb King.
When he doesn't get picked in ranked, this is where Bomb King goes.
Alyssa, what are your favorite thoughts about this patch? I mean, this map.
Oh man, I just love it. I think all the environment artists did such a good job on it. I'm excited to see what they do next. I mean, it really does feel like a timber mill now. I mean,
what is that?
I guess that's a doll.
Is that a little wood doll? Little woodcut, one of those like Russian nesting dolls?
All the little nooks and crannies. Like, there's a lot to explore.
I know there's going to be some fast-paced Paladins action going on, but when I'm in this map,
it's a target dummy.
I'm going to want to look at some of these things because artists, they love to put those little Easter eggs in some of this new rework stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a little bit EV mode and giving us that tactical BM
that's right.
third-person perspective.
I'm all about that hazard cliff edge side.
Yeah, that's going to be great for Cassie, for Makoa. It might actually open up some of the champions that maybe we don't see as much on Timbermill. It may give, hey, Makoa, there's a real reason to pick him now on this new map. So that's going to be pretty exciting. So moving on from that, obviously we've got the new maps incoming, and we'll be sure to let you all know when we do make further changes to different maps, and you can expect that relatively frequently, or as frequently as we can get going for you all. We've got some other general changes coming into the patch, and that is actually going to be God trading, or champion trading, after you select your champion in game. So Nick, why don't you kind of walk us through what that is in general, and maybe how that impacts us.
This is mostly for the competitive side of things, and this is actually a huge change to the overall quality, I think, of your ranked games is going to be going up because of this. Whereas before, so say Alyssa's first pick, she doesn't like Fernando, but Fernando's still on the table. She's like, I can only play Skye, instant lock Skye. And you're just like, bro, first pick Skye again. She's probably going to get aggression, and I'm going to have a bad time.
Yeah.
Now, it's gonna constitute more communication with the team. You're gonna be like, all right, this is still on the table. I'm not playing this, but Alyssa can pick that Fernando for me. Say I'm last pick, but I'm like best Fernando in the world.
Right.
You can now pick these and then trade them to your teammates before you go into game. So you can just worry about getting the draft, picking the champions you need to pick when they're available and when you need to get them. And then worry what?
I'm just laughing because if someone said that, he's like, yo, dude, I'm the best Fernando in the world. You can see him, he's like a bronze Fernando.
Yeah.
You can't see his border.
You trade it to him and the
until he
border
picks.
just turns bronze. It's like, oh.
Bruh.
No, but yeah, this is definitely going to help competitive ranked. This is a big quality of life change for that.
That's going to be awesome. So that's just a quick general change, and that will hopefully be implemented in OB37 coming out with this patch. Now, Alyssa, I'm not going to say too much about this, but there is, you've heard it on Twitter, probably kind of leaked out, there's going to be a bit of a change to the Founders Packs.
Yes, we announced that the Founders Packs would be changing, and they're going to be changing upon the release of OB37, so about a week. So we're going to have 3 new champion packs, I should say. The old Founders Pack is going away, so it's something, if it's something you're still interested in purchasing, do so before OB37. But the new champion packs are actually really cool. We've got 3 different tiers. We've got the regular champions pack, and then the epic, and then the legendary. So I'm just going to go over what is in each really quickly. The normal one is going to unlock all champions like the previous Founders Pack, and then you're also going to get the Ares Fernando skin and the Flaming Warhorse, same as the Founders Pack. But then the Epic Founders, or the Epic Champions Pack, excuse me, you're still going to unlock all champions, but you're also going to get 15 chests, 800 crystals, 1 7-day booster, and then the Fernando skin and the mount. And that
nice.
is a $35 pack. And
Nice.
then the regular champions pack is $20, just like the Founders Pack. And then finally, we have a $60 legendary pack, and it comes with a lot. It unlocks all the champions. You get 40 chests, the whole Nightbane Cassie set, 1,500 crystals, 1 30-day booster, and then the Fernando skin and the mount. So lots more options, yeah, to kind of customize however you want. So.
I also really like that if you're really into Paladins and you want to, invest into it, there's that option to go, that extra level and get that extra tier of cool stuff.
Right.
But of course, without further ado, I think it's time. I think all of you know that this is the big one. It's spaced out enough so you got to be waiting. Where's the new champion? Well, I am happy to tell you that he has arrived, and it is Sha Lin, the Desert Wind. And that is Sha Lin right there. He is the archer that is going to be coming into Paladins in OB37. Beautifully designed.
Damn.
Very awesome kind of set that takes you back to a lot of different areas in the world, actually. And we're actually able to jump into him in game. So, Alyssa, Nick, first impressions on checking out Sha Lin. Were you excited about him?
Yeah, so you can see Cassie right now. You might be saying, oh, another archer. This is, as you can see with that draw, he's more of that true archer sense where he has the full true draw with the gravity on his arrows, all that good stuff.
And,
right. His left mouse button, the great bow, basically you just click and you hold as long as you want. And the further you hold, the more damage you're going to do.
Okay.
And there's also gravity fall off just like on a normal arrow. So if you hold longer, it's going to shoot straighter. Whereas if you do just like an immediate shot, just the gravity fall off is going to be pretty intense. So.
Yeah, so if you're just spam clicking, you're not going to get much damage out of it. It's just going to fall almost
floppy noodle damage, basically.
Yeah, so the damage range is going to be 1.5 seconds for a full draw.
Okay.
The damage will start off at 300, scaling up to 1,100, and the range is 450 feet. So he's got some of the longest range currently in Paladins. You can hold your draw indefinitely, but you will be penalized 30% move speed slow while you are drawing or holding your fully drawn arrow.
Now, I was just going to ask about that. So obviously you take a little bit of a penalty if you decide to go for the full draw, and you're going to have to line that up, but probably good if you're sniping too. You don't necessarily want to be moving too fast. That might be a little difficult for you to aim.
And what's interesting is there's no reload, there's no clip size, so that's not something you have to worry about.
So another Grover, basically. Another Grover. That's great. Instant arrows forever. Good luck, Kinessa. So we've got his secondary fire, his right mouse button. Walk me through what that is, Alyssa.
Yeah, the Impaler arrow, you can actually activate this while you're drawing your left mouse button, or you can just automatically press the right mouse button. But basically, it fires
Does
just
that knock him in the wall?
Yes, it fires just like a normal arrow, but when it hits its target, it knocks them back into the wall, and if they hit a wall, they're stunned.
So it's basically, if you're familiar with Smite, it's like an on-her impale.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And can we, so the distance, it doesn't look to be very far though, that you can actually stun somebody. So if the, Shaolin was to shoot Pip here and try and aim at that back wall, Pip would kind of have to be close to that back wall to get impaled, right?
Yeah, it's not like crazy insane knockback, like no jolt poppy bomb action going on here.
Okay, so it's not insta-win, basically.
That's right.
You gotta be good positioning.
So this will be an 8-second cooldown with 2 possible charges there on his alternate fire. And you can also shoot the walls with the Impaler arrow. And what this will do, will fire that consistent sand pillar right there that blocks enemy movement for 5 seconds.
Yep.
That is so
You can use these in a lot of creative ways. You can use them as step stools to get yourself up onto places where other characters wouldn't normally be able to reach without that hyper mobility there. So a lot of cool ways to kind of work this into your play.
And it also goes through shields. So for those Fernandos, this would be a great counterattack.
So this actually would impale or push back a Fernando.
Yes, correct.
With the shield. So you're
possibly
not
stun.
Yeah. So if a Makoa is actually hanging out on that ledge trying to throw you off on the new Timbermill map,
Peace,
buddy. It's not quite Cassie's disengaged, but it'll get the job done.
Yeah. So big implication, like Alyssa mentioned with Fernando there. If he's just sitting there camping against a wall, you'll actually be able to stun him out of the shield there, and he'll drop it.
And he can hop over his arrows, it looks like. It
Right.
seems like he can shoot it at a door. He can hop over it, but then somebody else following him probably would have to just
enemies.
be stopped there.
Yeah, it prevents enemy movement.
So he can get over that, gets an extra kind of added hop bonus, and then all of a sudden, kind of good luck if you were chasing him, and he can get around a corner. Fantastic. Well, this is going to be really exciting. So obviously, he's got a couple other abilities. The F, though, take me through what his F skill is. That's like his movement ability, right?
Right. So all the champions have some sort of movement ability. So his F is Withdraw, which is pretty cool. He leaps backwards and enters stealth, but he leaves an image of himself there, actually. And so he's T-posing right now, but he'll do like a peace sign and all kinds of
Will
cool
he be
little...
moving?
No, just stay still, stay stationary. So that's pretty cool, just to kind of confuse the enemy. And he's got other abilities that do similar things,
So a stealth on this archer. Nick, talk to me about some of the uses of this.
There's another stealth mechanic in the game. That's the big thing here. There is the item Illuminate that will reveal stealth targets at a greater range. So that will definitely, it's not only for Skye now, it's for Shaolin, and like Alyssa mentioned, the clone, it's obviously probably not going to fool anyone if they see you do it, but as soon as you break around a corner, maybe block their mobility with your Impaler arrow and then deploy away, with that declone, if they didn't see you run away, they're not going to know, and they're just going to think you're standing there.
It's a good way to get away fast, especially since he is stealth.
And in those 1v1 scenarios, actually, it's right at that cusp of being able to be detected by Illuminate. I think you could just get away far enough, but if someone buys maybe tier 1 Illuminate, then they would probably be able to see you even after your initial jump, and therefore, probably be able to finish you off. So depends how good your Shaolin is. You might take an Illuminate, but that would have to be a really, really good Shaolin to pass up Haven or Blast Shields or something like that. But very cool to see the stealth characters jumping into the meta now.
That pillar looks so cool,
It looks beautiful. I mean, just art-wise, such a good job was done with this champion. And even from the sands of feels like sands of just time and space, right? Just flowing through after his mirage disappears. Such a cool theme for this champion, so I'm really excited to play him. Now, the Q ability is not ready to show, but I do want to ask, what is the purpose of it? What does it do? Alyssa, maybe you can give us a general breakdown of what his Q is.
Yeah, Q is planted. Basically, Shaolin plants himself in place and becomes stationary. But while he's stationary, his draw time on the bow is 65% faster, and he fires continuously. Like, as long as he's holding down left mouse button, he draws, fires. So, yeah, it's pretty intense.
so what's can we see his draw right now? How long is the draw?
The draw time is about 1.5 seconds, so
Okay.
65% reduced during that. And this is going to be great for if you're going against like a Death Volley type of cop and you're wanting to break that.
Right.
If they're not, the thing about Death Balls is oftentimes they just want to sit there and not really be super aggressive.
Of course.
So if they're not punishing you for because this is a squishy character, standing still is dangerous in a shooter. It's very dangerous to do so. So on this squishy character, if you're not being punished, if they're just ignoring you, this ability is going to do so much work against those Death Volley types of comp for just shredding through them.
I mean, he's going to do full 1,100 damage shots for 3.5 seconds.
65% faster.
65% faster. That's going to be absolutely nuts. I think we did see just some of the numbers there. It's definitely going to be able to kill. Let's put it this way. At this point, it could kill a Fernando, a Ying, and a Skye standing together in one activation of that ability. Take down every single version of their health and in their life. So this guy is got that machine gun power potentially. We'll see exactly how it makes out into the game. Of course, a couple of
Gonna be
minor
high risk, high
adjustments.
reward.
High
there
risk,
for
high
sure.
rewards, exactly. So his ultimate, though, we want to get to that. What's the E ability, and how does it work?
The moneymaker.
Yeah, so the ultimate is actually a really good escape ability as well. It's Heat Haze, and Shaolin enters stealth and gains 30% movement speed for 8 seconds. And then while it's active, he draws his bow 50% faster. And then this is the really cool thing. He leaves an image of himself behind every 2 seconds each time he fires. So there we can see there, he's just got multiple. And this is a good time to get away. You can keep firing while you're running, you know, confuse the enemy, sort of like Ying, you have them everywhere, so.
Wow. So, I mean, Nick, pretty much the only time you are ever exposed is right when you're firing, right?
That's right. It's more of like a radar ping. Think of it that way. When you fire, you will leave that, and they will know where you are at the time of your fire, but your movement speed's increased, and you're still stealth. Your actual character remains stealth and much faster than the base movement speed. So they'll get a ping of where you were, but you're probably long gone by now if you continue to move.
So let's see that. Maybe let's see what that distance does for him here as he tries that ultimate one more time. It seems like that's going to allow him to really position correct. Like for me as a sniper, part of it is like when people get on you, having good positioning is so crucial. And with his amount of damage he can output, and also just the distractions of the illusions, but the quick positioning, the secondary stealth, seems like he's going to be very, very vital on this.
Yeah, another big thing here, like you mentioned, when you're sniping, when you're peeking, if you're stealth, the enemy, you know, Kness or whoever's trying to snipe you out is going to have no idea when you're actually peeking because you're just remaining in stealth for the entire duration of this. One thing is pretty funny actually. Drybear did this to me in a playtest. He popped this, went around a corner, and just started spamming arrows just to get the terracotta army going up there. like pop it and then just start spamming arrows.
Just the basically doing the lowest fire, not drawing fully, right?
Yeah, and it just spawned so many little clones all around the room. It was hilarious, and I was just so like confused. See, look, it just you get the terracotta army,
and then stand still and fire that last finishing shot.
You
right?
get bamboozled. You're just like, I give up. I have no idea where. I just left.
My goodness gracious.
So much fun.
Sha Lin jumping into the battlefield very soon in patch OB37. And Terracotta Army, just the Sand Army has arrived. It has arisen.
So good, dude.
And man, this is going to be an exciting one to see in game. I cannot wait. I'm sure you all at home can't wait to try him out. He's going to be the next one available. And of course, with those Founders Packs we talked about, if you want to get all champions for free forever, you'll be able to play him on the day of release. So I think, Alyssa, we've got a couple of more things. That's almost going to wrap it up. We got community questions, though, that we want to make sure we answer with gusto.
Yes, so every patch we reach out on Reddit and Twitter and ask the community if they have any questions. We've got a few of those today. The first question is, will there be similar events of double XP during Christmas, like we've done with October of Champions? So we've had really good feedback for the October of Champions event, so I think that's something we're definitely going to look at going into the future, is have more events, just because we've had such a good response to it. People have really enjoyed having the different rewards every weekend, so that's definitely something we're going to look at in the future.
Great.
The next question is the pumpkin skin limited or exclusive? And this is a limited skin. It's going to be available until the end of November. So after that, it is gone.
That's a difference.
So yeah, for sure. So if you're looking at that pumpkin skin, definitely get it before the end of November because it is limited.
That's good to know.
Yeah. And then the next question is, if you could be any champion in real life, who would it be?
Oh, what? All right. Nick, what?
I mean...
You would be Grover, really?
Yeah. Of course.
That's going to hurt your chances, man. I'm surprised you're not going for Fernando.
I mean, I am Fernando right now. So if I could be someone else in real life, it would have to be Grover.
If Fernando could roleplay.
Yeah.
All right. Alyssa, what about you?
Oh, God. For me, probably Bomb King. I just love Bomb King so much.
You guys are going outrageous. I thought like Sky or something like that.
He's so jovial and fun and happy.
That's true.
Yeah.
He seems like he's got a fun, he's a fun party.
You want to be friends with Bomb King.
Yeah. He seems like he's a good, entertaining guy. I don't know who I would be. I definitely wouldn't be Pip. He's a little too small, a little too furry. I might be... Vox would be Pip. I don't know who I would be. I need to think about this. Maybe I'll have it. Maybe I'd be Sha Lin. I'd be Sha Lin. Sha Lin is dope, man.
Yeah,
I feel like he's got that vibe. He's got the I'm a smooth dude. I'm barely I'm showing my chest off a little bit. Right? I went to the gym. I shot some arrows today. What's up, baby? I feel like that's Sha Lin, right? So that's kind of who I would go for.
Okay.
And he's stealth. That's dope.
All right, this question is, what competitions do the teams not going to hi-rez Expo have to look forward to in the downtime between the fall series and HRX in January?
That's great. And obviously, Nick and I run a lot of the esports for Paladins, cast for that. Nick, I think we have something to tell them very soon.
We have an announcement for our announcement. We will be announcing very shortly what our plans are for in between now that the champion. We do have the gauntlet coming up this weekend, so definitely keep an eye out on that.
That'll be exciting.
But after that, we've got something special planned for you guys to kill that downtime in between the Champions Circuit and hi-rez Expo.
We are aware. We love you. We're making sure you're taken care of, and we will be announcing that announcement tomorrow.
All right, and the last question, this one's going to be really hard for me to say. How much wood would a wood buck buck if a wood buck could buck wood?
Who wrote that question? Who wrote that question?
Does he have Chronos?
That was jumping jalapenos.
Or some deft hands?
There it is.
All right, jumping jalapenos. I'm going to assume that there's no deft hands or Chronos involved.
How much wood would a wood buck?
But about 2.5 Grovers. That's how much wood I think. How much wood could a wood buck buck if a wood buck could buck wood?
I
Yeah.
think,
And my answer is 2.5 Grovers worth.
yeah, I think he'd buck it all.
Yeah,
Buck it all.
Yeah.
that's right.
I think he'd buck as much as he could.
But how much? 2.5 Grovers.
How
that's
much
your
would he
answer.
buck? I don't know.
That's exactly
You'd
how
have
much.
to see. 2.5 Grovers. Okay. All right.
Precisely.
All right.
Repeating, of course.
I never was a big math guy. But that's going to be it for us at OB37 for today. My name is Rainy. hi-rez Alyssa. hi-rez Bradier. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you all in the realm very shortly. Stay tuned. Smite Patch